Hello everybody and welcome back to the Long Dark Nomad Challenge. We are still currently in the radio control hut, but I went ahead and completed that. Stayed 3.4 days. So the next place we're going to go is a barn in Pleasant Valley. Then we have a place called Skeeter's Ridge Basement, which is probably the third location we'll go. The barn we're going to go to now. We're pretty much done here. It's probably worth picking up most of this stuff, take with us. Yeah, it's definitely going to be worth it. Oh god, this is not going to be good. We are going to be so encumbered and heavy and slow. This is not going to be good. Is there anything else? Just clothing. But we wanted the clothing, right? To repair or to harvest or something? I can't remember. I don't know. We're hauling 100 pounds of gear. I don't think I put anything else anywhere in this place. So we should be relatively good to go. We're just going to go and head on out. It sounds super windy outside, so we'll see how it goes. Also, I do have my air conditioning running. I try not to run it when I record, but it's the end of the day. I've been recording all day. It's just super hot now, so I just want to put on the AC. It wouldn't make much sense playing the Long Dark when it's 80 plus degrees in the room that I'm playing and I'm looking at snow and cold and all that. So I just had to turn the AC on. So if you hear it, I do apologize. Like I said, I try not to run it when I record, but it gets to a point where I just have to. So I do apologize. But yeah, so we're going to move off from the radio control hut and we're going to go to the barn in Pleasant Valley. And then after the barn, I figured we'll go to Skeeter's Ridge, which is somewhere that I know where that's at, but it says basement, which I'm not sure what that means exactly. I think that means that there might be a hut or something somewhere that I can get into thought I heard something where I can get into the basement, I guess. I don't really know. Also, I should have looked. I'm trying to find a sapling, so maybe I can start, since we're kind of getting to the point where I'm having to stay at certain places for a certain amount of time. I'm wondering if I could find a sapling. Ooh, is that what I need? I'm trying to find a sapling that I can make a possible bow out of. Green maple sapling. Hatchet required. Oh, fuck, I don't have a hatchet. That's not good. Yeah, I'm trying to find the right type of sapling. I can't remember if I need a maple or a birch sapling to make a bow, but I don't know. This is not the right way. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to work my way down back onto the road the way we came up originally. Trying to work my way back down back to the road, so then I can go up to the barn. I've seen the barn. I know where that's at. It should be relatively easy to get to. If I can get to the road, I should just kind of, go up the road and should be fine. There's a wolf over there. But it actually isn't that bad, this challenge. It's not too difficult. I will admit that the wolf meat that I had really did come in handy and help. Also, it does appear that the time only does go up when you're inside the area that they say and not so much just around it, because I was cooking meat outside of it, just outside, and it wasn't counting how long I was out there. So that does make it a little more difficult, the fact that you have to be inside of the place that they say to be, but it's all right. It should be okay. We got one location done. I think we have, how many more? I think it's 14 more. I think it is, right? Is it 15 locations total, possibly? So it should, it's going to be a long challenge. It definitely is. And it could go for a very long time and we could complete it, or it could go for a very long time and we could not complete it. But I would much, 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 much rather prefer to complete it. So, but once we get out of Pleasant Valley, I think it'll be relatively easy from there. I don't think Pleasant Valley is a difficult place, but it's a little more unknown to me. Some of the places like the gas station and Coastal Highway, I know exactly where that's at. That's not a problem. So Pleasant Valley is a little more confusing. Also, I realized I can't make a fishing line because I don't have any cured guts to make into line. So I can make a hook, I just can't make the line, and then I can't make a fishing tackle because I don't have the line. So next time I kill something like a wolf or maybe a deer or something like that, I'll make sure to get some guts because I'm going to need those for fishing. Because, yeah, I think fishing is going to be a relatively easy way to bring in a good amount of food. But then again, that one wolf kind of kept me going through the days that I needed to be at the radio control hut. So it actually wasn't that bad. It seems like one animal can kind of get me through that time. So if we can just do that again, maybe go hunting again or go... There's a really big streak of dirt on my monitor on the right side. It's pretty bad. It's really bothering me. So yeah, if we can get an animal at least at every location, even a wolf, which doesn't technically provide that much meat, then we should be good. The only thing that I'm concerned about is I'm bringing a lot of extra clothes with me. That's only because I want either the leather or the cloth from it, so I can possibly just keep repairing the clothes that I have now, because I think the clothes that I do have now are relatively decent. I mean, it feels like -2. We are going to get cold. We are going to get chilly. It's not the best clothing to be wearing, but it's good enough. It should last. I mean, we are freezing, and it is 3 arrows down, so that's pretty quick. But I feel like with just normal clothes, jeans, and a sweater or whatever the hell we wear when we first spawn is much better, because I have that nice big kind of pea coat, that like marine pea coat or something like that I'm wearing, which is actually really, really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna need, there's some things I'm still missing. I have a gun, which is good, but I'm still missing a hatchet, which would come in handy. I'm still missing, I think I have a knife. I'm pretty sure I have a knife. But a hatchet would be nice. That would really come in handy. Especially just for firewood in general. I remember I was walking around when I was cooking that wolf meat trying to find some extra firewood. I wasn't sure if the ones that I had were going to do it. And I couldn't harvest anything because I didn't have a hatchet. So that's going to be an issue. I can make a makeshift one, but we would have to get to Desolation Point. I would have to turn on the furnace and, you know, cook up a makeshift hatchet, which just it would be more problems than it is just to find one, to be honest. So yeah, I need a hatchet, which would really come in handy, and we just need to make sure that we can keep getting some sort of game, some sort of animals while we're out. I don't know. Just open the mailbox. Who knows? Is that a wolf running? No, it's a rabbit. Very bright out here. We need like sunglasses. That's what we need. Sunglasses that we can put on when it's too bright. It's not even worth going after the rabbits, really. It's like 2 pounds of meat that would be gone in a second. And trying to get rabbit skin mitts is just, I don't know. I'm still trying to decide, is it worth it? Trying to still build the good clothing? I don't know if it is. I mean, it could be, possibly, but I would have to leave it at a central location. So that could be something maybe I could work on when I leave Coastal Highway, or when I get to Coastal Highway, because Coastal Highway is kind of in the middle of all 4 locations, actually. So if I can start working on that when I'm in Coastal Highway, then I can kind of leave that stuff there. I can head over to Desolation Point. I could stay there for a couple days, do what I got to do out there. And then by the time I come back, all that stuff might be cured. But the only thing is, it also takes hours, like 25 hours to make like the wolfskin coat, and it's just, there's a lot of stuff. So it's a lot of work going into making those clothes. There's a deer, and I think we need something like, oh god, how many deer is it for pants? 4, and like 6 for shoes, or I don't know. We would need a total of like 6 deer and like 4 wolves and 4 rabbits. It would just, it would take a very long time. There's the barn that I'm heading towards, which will be our next area that we'll have to stay. But at least in this area, it looks like there's quite a little more activity in terms of wildlife, which is pretty good. Is that thing watching me? Seems like it. I really want to shoot it. I really do. But I'm so encumbered now. If I were to pick up 17 pounds or 18 pounds of meat or whatever I would get out of that thing, that would slow me down so much. So we're just going to keep on the road. Feels like 5 degrees. It's getting a little bit warmer. I'm still pretty cold. But we're moving at a pretty decent pace for being as encumbered as we are. So I'm happy. As long as we can keep this up until we get to the Red Barn, then we can probably do some work while we're there. And start tearing up some of the clothing that we don't need. Start really refining what we're going to need to carry around with us. Just because we can't keep carrying a bunch of stuff with us from place to place. It was kind of just a scramble at the last minute. I realized I had completed the 3 days at the radio control hut, and I was like, oh yeah, awesome. So I was like, I'm going to record the next episode now so we can move on to the next location. And at the last minute, I was like, oh shit, there's a bunch of stuff in that locker that I need to take with me. And I was like, oh, that's not good. So it was a last minute, just grab everything that's there and we'll deal with it later sort of thing. So, but the barn should be a lot easier to stay at. A workbench is something that I'm going to need because I like I said, I want to go fishing. I could possibly lay some snares down. I'm not sure, but another thing that I need to look into is how I can complete the next location. Not barn, the one after that. What is it? Skeeter's Ridge. I'm not sure what they mean by specifying the basement. Maybe there's like a building over there that they technically classified Skeeter's Ridge or something. I don't know, but I'll try to figure that out because that's going to be important information to know when we complete this area. So, just a piece of cloth in the back. Wait, what was that on the dash? Oh yeah. Give me. Candy bar. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get to the barn here. See, look, there's a deer right there. I saw some rabbits earlier. There's a rabbit right there, actually. So, animal life around here is definitely going to be a little bit more. The radio control hut was really tough because I had to go really far away to be able to get to anywhere that I really wanted to be. So, in terms of like near animals and stuff like that. And the barn, I've been in the barn before. The barn is actually a pretty nice place. So I'm not too concerned about it. There's a wolf over there. I don't think surviving at the barn is going to be the toughest thing to do. So yeah, well, I mean, we'll give it a shot. We'll see. It's only 3 days, then we'll move on. That wolf is moving pretty quick. Got a little trot going. It's a fast-moving wolf. I don't know if I've seen him move that fast before. That scares me. All right, Pleasant Valley Outbuildings. And here is the barn. This is where we'll have to stay next. But yeah, it's a matter of just depending on what I want to do, how I can do it. Because I having the best clothing would be nice, but then again, the ultimate goal is to stay indoors for a certain amount of time. So I'm just not sure if it's worth it. If it's worth the effort and the time into making those clothes just to then stay inside, you know? So I'm just going to start picking some stuff up. We're going to get more encumbered, but that's just what's going to happen. But if we start kind of gathering supplies, then, oh, here we go. Firewood, that's really going to help. If we start gathering supplies, then we can at least start looking through everything that we have and everything that we might need. Because I know we're going to need quite a bit. Luckily, when I cooked up some that wolf meat, I was able to also cook up some water. I melted some snow. So we were able to have a little bit of extra water on us, which is good. Oh, kind of stuck. Oh, getting very slow. Come on. How are you supposed to grab it? Like, stuck in the back of the truck. Search the glove box. Sure, why not? Okay. Now all we got to do is search upstairs. which is also probably where we're going to stay. There is a workbench in here, which is good. We'll definitely have to take a look at what we can make. Because like I said, I want to start kind of hunting a little more, so a bow would be really nice. But then again, arrows are going to be hard to come by. I know there's some just outside of where I am, but there's not many. I think it's like 3, so I don't know. I got to kind of figure out what's best. Lots of water and bandages, which is good. So, MRE, those are always really nice. I've never actually used one, but they're really nice to have because I know that if there was a desperate situation, that MRE could totally save me. So, it's nice to know. Oh god, we are crawling. We are really pushing the limits here. Grape soda and beef jerky on a workbench. I don't know where we're going to sleep. We're probably just going to sleep in a corner somewhere, in a sleeping bag, more than likely. But this is where we need to be. And we need to be here for about 3 days. So, should be pretty good, though. I do want to start hunting. I do want to start collecting pelts and food and stuff like that. Yeah, let me just slowly check out this last box. More gloves. We got so many pairs of gloves. It's unbelievable. This is what I want. Oop. There we go. All right, so this is going to be our bed for the next 3 days. We really got to go through our inventory, 117 pounds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the clothing that I currently have and just start harvesting things that I don't need, getting cloth and stuff like that, trying to go through the inventory and cleaning out multiple replica. Like we don't need, 2 pry bars. We don't need that. We don't need 3 things of that. It's just I'm going to try to start sorting things that we need and don't need and really try to lighten my inventory so we're not crawling around everywhere. That's kind of my plan. But we're at the barn. Let me just do one thing. I just want to sleep for 1 hour just to see if that barn thing changes, just to make sure we are actually in the right place. Because it would suck to sleep here all night and not actually be in the right area. I'm just going to sleep for another hour because it has not moved. Oh, man, that would really suck to be in the wrong barn. But I'm pretty sure this is the barn. It's the only barn in Pleasant Valley that I'm aware of. Yep, 0.1 out of 3. Okay, so we're in the right place. It's just going to take some time, so we'll be here for the next couple days, but next time we'll probably go out and go hunting. Maybe look at what we can craft, see if we can get some cured, or some guts to cure for fishing, so we're doing what we can, but we're in the second location. We already got one out of the way. We have quite a few others left. I think we have about 2 others left in Pleasant Valley, then we'll be leaving. I'm pretty sure. I think it might just be 2. But yeah, I pretty good. Already got one down and feeling pretty confident. I don't think it's going to be a very difficult challenge. I think we'll be able to get this with relative ease. As long as we know where all the locations are, we should be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Remember to hit that like button. It really does help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.